Hey everybody, welcome to How I See It, starring IFBB Hall of Famer, living legend, Kevin Levrone. How are you, sir?
Great, Ronnie. How
Brought
you
to you
doing,
by,
brother?
brought to you by Levrone Supplements, and hold that one up, what's that one?
Yeah, this is the BCAAs, man.
Good news for all you Americans. For a couple years, you've had to be jealous of all these people in places like Russia, Poland, India, I don't know where else, that were using Kevin's supplements, and you couldn't get it.
Dubai.
Dubai. Well, when the release is coming very soon to the United States market.
Yeah.
When is this stuff going to hit?
Um, May.
May. Okay, so not long to
Yep.
wait. It's going to be here
Yep.
before you know it. That's
Yep.
big news because you're already in, was it like 40 or 50 countries around the world, right?
60s, over
60.
60.
60.
Yeah.
So you did it the other way. Usually guys try to start out in the U.S. and then once they get a little bit of success, they try branching out into the international market.
Well, I never won the Mr. Olympia, so that way I had to go for Europe, where I won all the shows
That's true. That's
during
true.
my European tours.
They mob you over there. I've seen the crowds on your Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like Beatlemania. Uh,
They
other,
remember. They remember. They remember the Levrone coming through full blown, baby.
that's right. Now
Back in the day, 90s.
yeah, you were all over.
2000s, 91, 2, not, no, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, yeah,
Yeah, the whole,
99, 2001, 2, 3, all
yeah,
that.
yeah, you were.
Me and Ronnie Coleman.
That's right. Back when you were
Ronnie
Peter.
Coleman, uh, Chris Cormier,
Yeah.
Flex,
Vince Taylor,
we,
Nasser.
Milo Sarchev, Nasser El Somebody,
It was a good. Gillette.
Momo was on a few tours with us.
Yeah.
Paul Dillette, um,
Munzer.
Marcus Rule,
Yeah.
Andreas Sponsor.
So quite a crowd you
The
had.
more I'm sitting here thinking, it goes deep and deep. Sonny Schmidt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. Back then I remember Tony Doherty. People don't know this, but Tony Doherty was just getting started with his Australian pro shows back
Hmm.
then.
Wow. I mean,
You know.
I don't even remember shows in Australia back then, but there were.
Yeah, Tony was promoting
Hmm.
his. In fact, I went and competed against Sonny
Hmm.
at the show over there, and I ended up winning in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Hmm.
was in the 90s, man. So Tony Doherty's been out there a long time.
Hey,
Big shout out to Tony.
he's no
Yeah.
spring chicken. He's got to be up there with us.
No way. See, people don't realize, they get these IFBB Pro cards and, with all these different
Divisions.
divisions coming in. And, the history is built on hardcore bodybuilding, point blank, period.
Yeah.
It's built on the foundation of hardcore bodybuilding is what it is, man.
I mean, that's when
And
I tell some of these young guys that I used to go to the Olympia or I used to go to the USA or whatever, and all there was men's and women's bodybuilding. There was nothing else. They go, "What do you mean there was nothing else? What about
no,
figure? What about?" I said, "No, they didn't exist.
no.
They don't
I've
get
been to
it."
countries. I've been to countries, Dave. Ron, where
Come on.
where I know. I was just thinking, but yeah, I've been to countries, man, where number one was like Russia, Moscow, St. Petersburg. In 1994,
Yeah.
it was the first time they had a bodybuilding competition over there. And we went in over there, and it broke the foundation and laid the foundation for what's going on now.
Hmm.
And same thing with Italy and all these places. So Ben and Joe Weider's vision, man, was to be global, and certainly the sport is global. And I say this because everywhere I go, people say, "Well, Kevin, what do you think about bodybuilding now compared to the sport back then?" And I say, the sport has evolved, like everything else does, and we are so global, all over the place, everywhere.
Hmm.
And I think Ben and Joe Weider, just to see what's going on, how the foundation of bodybuilding and their dreams and their vision has allowed all these other all these other
Like divisions.
divisions to flourish.
Yeah.
And Jim Mayan has supported that and allowed those roots to continue to grow. So, but being a part of that, man, I feel good. I feel honored, and it's a good thing. It's part of history that's forever will be known, throughout our industry. You
I
know,
want
so
to get.
bodybuilding.
Oh,
So that being said, bodybuilding will never die out. You know.
I'm trying to get another plug in for you because you just released. You Born to Overcome is available in many. You can watch that a few different ways now, right? It just got released
Yeah,
today
so it's
on
going on
Amazon.
Amazon.
Wow.
Then we're going to be going into iTunes, you know,
Yeah.
and after that, probably Netflix and everything else. So,
So what's on Born to Overcome? What can people
Born
see
to
on there?
Overcome is just you have this journey of a man who is overcoming all obstacles, all adversity, mentally and physically, because he's taken 15 years off from competing in a sport at his top level, and he's deciding to come back and to compile all of everything that he's learned within the matter after being away from the States for 15 years. Why are you doing this? The journey of coming back, the struggles and everything within this 3 month period of trying to be like he was, you know.
So
And that's what Born to Overcome is. It's overcoming the obstacles of fear, overcoming the fire, the flame and desire that you might have deep down inside of you, just so that you can continue to move forward with the rest of your life, knowing that, you know what, this guy, he might not have won the Mr. Olympia, but he's a great ambassador that fought the good fight of being a warrior within the sport. So winning a Mr. Olympia title isn't everything. It's that we're born to overcome all of our obstacles, regardless of what we're facing. You know, my dream, of course, was to be a Mr. Olympia, but I can tell my fans right now, if I had won a Mr. Olympia in 1992, 3 or 4, anytime I ever got second, if I had won the Mr. Olympia, I would have never ever competed again, because that would have been my goal. My goal wasn't to continue to be Mr. Olympia. It was to accomplish that goal and move on to something else. So that wasn't it for me. And instead, I had to go out and win everything else that was around me to prove to the judges that I was worthy of the Miss Olympia. So that was my battlegrounds for just Born to Overcome, is all those years that I've competed, all the good, everything wrapped up into why, you know, and then the answer being answered at the end of that film, you know.
so is there old footage from like training and competing throughout the
Yeah,
years?
yeah, it
And
is.
so what? And did they film this like leading up to the 2016 Olympia or the?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
hmm everything.
Curious.
Every single thing, you know, there's a journey in all of us that needs to be heard and seen and felt. And I think Born to Overcome is just, it's just that, you know, it's just that. I try to relate to people out there who want to be able to take the next step, but just don't know how to do it because they're locked up in fear, you know.
Yeah.
So Born to Overcome is just, I made a step out there, man, because of the fans and because there was something. I couldn't sleep well with where I had ended my career in 2003. I never announced my retirement. And at the end of Born to Overcome, it's about finishing the race, finishing what you've started and being able to be at peace with it. So it brought me a lot of peace. And I wanted to just share that experience with everyone.
Cool. So does it end?
Yeah.
Does the movie end at the 2016 Olympia weekend?
No, it don't
Oh, okay.
actually.
Wow.
No,
Does,
no.
well, I mean, the end of the movie. What's the final scenes? Are they the 2017 Arnold Australia, or where
No,
does it wrap up?
no. You got to check it out to find out.
Oh, damn it.
It
Okay.
doesn't end there on the stage, bro. It don't end there on the stage.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet.
No, no.
Thanks for your support, bud. I really appreciate
Dude, Ronnie hasn't even seen his own movie yet.
it.
I keep
Wow.
asking him. He still hasn't seen it. Nah, I'll get around.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it. You put up something on Instagram the other day that was really surprising to me. You have 821,000 followers on Instagram, which is pretty damn great. Now, I assumed it would be a lot of middle-aged guys because I figured, that's probably people who grew up as fans of you and stuff. But no, not at all. It's 41% of your fans on Instagram are 18 to 24 years old. I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
think any 18, I didn't think they would know who you are or Dorian, but they all do. 31% 25 to 34 years old, and only 4% are in our age range, 45 to 54.
Yeah.
Did you know that much of your fan base was so young?
You know, as I would go out and do my appearances, at the shows, and I look out, and I'm having these conversations with these younger guys, and I'm like, how do you know about me?
Yeah.
And you hear these stories, they're like, oh, well, dude, I was 10 years old. My dad used to follow you.
Hmm.
My dad told me about you, or, these things. I'm like, really? Well, where's your dad? Oh, well, he doesn't work out anymore. So the generations, they're passing it on to their kids, who we were and what we've done. So the kids are coming out and supporting us.
Hmm.
I'm not going to say kids, but the baby, not the baby boom, but the millennials and stuff like that. It's amazing, man, because I sat there and I have, people come, and I always pay attention to who's coming, and, people come, of course, guys my age and whatever, but they'll have their kid, and I hold the kid and take pictures with the kid. The wife is there, but then there's this younger generation, 27. Hey, guys, where you guys from? Well, how did oh, man, we follow, because they're into the internet and everything. So, but I've reached a very, very younger generation. And I think it's mind blowing. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I just do have a younger crowd.
Yeah. I mean, it
I
must
have a
be
younger crowd.
YouTube must have something to do with it because, Ronnie said the same thing. He goes, I'm always surprised at the young kids that come up to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you know who I am? I haven't competed in, 10 years or whatever. And like, oh, we watch you on YouTube all the time. And
I mean, they're more up on social media today, in today's time, than our baby boomer people. So has a lot to do with it, I think.
cool. Well, I have not had a chance to talk to you much over the past few months because you have not been home in the USA very much.
And
So,
30% of my followers are women too.
really? Wow.
That age category.
I'm surprised
So
with
I got
that.
800 some thousand followers. So that means 300,000 of those are probably women
Not bad.
in that age category group. So
Now,
yeah,
do you think the women are just, admiring, or you think they're I never
I think
know.
I think they want to learn,
Hmm.
and it's interesting, and they want to be motivated.
Yeah.
That's where I think that is, because I get a lot of younger women coming up to the booth, and of course, they call you legend, but it's something about them that they want to learn, and they want to be able to understand and just better themselves in the health and fitness industry.
Yeah.
So they go to the people who motivate them. So I think I don't know, man. It's just pretty mind blowing. Because I would expect to see bodybuilders,
Right.
old school bodybuilders, old school dudes that did it, but they're not coming out.
Hmm. Well,
They're not coming out.
they probably don't have Instagram.
You
No. Yeah, so I haven't really been able to ask you what's going on. What happened? You strained your tricep a few months ago in training?
I tore my tendon. I tried
Tore it.
tendon.
Now, how much of a
Yeah.
tear was it? Did you get an MRI?
Never had a chance to, because I just got home December the 17th.
Jeez. So,
Yeah, I can't even do a push up.
wow.
I probably could do 10 push ups right now.
Wow. For a guy that was about to bench press, what were you going to try for, like
I was going to
600?
break the world record. No, 540.
Just 540.
Yeah, raw. It was raw though.
Yeah.
I feel bad because my triceps and my arms and my shoulder, that was my signature series
Right.
poses, and now it's screwed up, man.
Well, I mean,
You
you're
know.
home. You're around your doctors again. Hopefully, are you going to get it checked out? And maybe if it needs to be reattached, get it reattached.
Yeah, but maybe I waited too long. I don't know.
I mean,
You know.
you should be able to. Is it like curled up toward your rear delt, or where is it?
No, it's not like that. It's just down here.
Yeah.
It's been like a ball,
Huh. So you
Um,
can kind of see and feel where it is.
yeah, so I apologize to everyone out there, but yeah, I haven't been able to work out, man, for 5 months.
Wow. Damn,
You
dude.
know.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does. I feel bad. Could have been worse. It could have happened in the gym, but it just happened when I was pushing myself out of the bed. I was pushing myself to get up out of the bed,
Hmm.
and it just ripped, and it happened 2 times.
Hmm.
But prior to that, I mean, leading all the way up when I was coming back to compete and everything,
Yeah.
I felt pain. You know, it was pain in the like almost a tendonitis pain down in the elbow.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad it didn't happen when I was preparing, or had 400 or 500 pounds over me hanging.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
know,
it would have snapped like a rubber
but
band.
that's why in those videos you might have saw me when I was doing behind the neck press. I had elbow sleeves on, because of the pain that I was feeling.
I can't believe you
Yeah.
were doing them period with that pain.
Well, you're crazy. You feel, I like a challenge, and that's what happened. So I'll figure out what's going on.
They,
Right now, we're in the process of ready to open the new. Can you see me, Ron?
yeah.
Ready to open the new Exile Fitness Health Club here in Baltimore.
Another
Um,
location?
yeah, we've been working on that, man.
Hmm.
Another location we have. It's close to 55,000 square feet of hardcore madness.
Wow.
Yeah, hardcore, man. We're going to have Meat Axe come in and paint a mural on the wall, big mural.
Huh.
It's going to be 2 miles down from the location we have now on Pulaski Highway. So I know we have the Mecca up there and Steve Weinberger's gym, Powerhouse Gym, Bev's gym.
Yeah.
But when you come down, when you cross the line out of Jersey, start heading to Philly, and you get down to Baltimore, this is the place to be, I'll have all my memorabilia, my trophies, everything will be hanging up and showcased down there at the new Exile Fitness Health Club. It's going to be powerlifting, bodybuilding, the foundation of what we were all built on, So I'm excited about that.
Is the current location going to shut down? This is going to be an all new, or is this?
Yeah, we're gonna close down the current location and open this one. This gym will probably be open full steam probably about May.
Okay. Now, when you say we, are you owner? Are you part owner?
People are always going to all this. I don't like talking about business. I say we.
Yeah.
Because it takes a team to do things.
Right.
Not one person can get anything done and be successful with it. So it takes a team. So I always say we.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Did that answer your question?
no, it did not. But
I know that was a very political statement, right?
Because I mean, you do know the gym business. You owned a successful gym for years and years down there.
Yeah.
So
I had 2 health clubs. So
I mean, I'd want to bring you in if I was opening up a huge new place, and you have business experience in gyms, and you're a huge name. I mean, I'd want you as part of my gym if I was the guy opening it up. But I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
yeah.
I guess you guys will have to go down to the new Exile Fitness in Baltimore to find out. Why not?
The thing is, will you come? I'd like to get muscular development down there. You could do some live broadcasts from this place. You haven't been to Baltimore, Ron. Never ever been down there to visit me.
I have been to Baltimore, but no, it's been many years.
So it'd be good having you.
Yeah, it's a little closer than Dubai. I could probably get there. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of good things going on down here in Baltimore, man.
Why not?
Yeah.
So you've had
So what
some
do we
questions. Some questions are built up from your fans on the
Okay.
MD boards. This is a good one because they love your '90s Grand Prix tour stories. They love them.
Look, I have. What time is it right now?
2:14 p.m. Eastern. You got to be the chiropractor in 10 minutes. Damn it.
I got to leave out in 10 minutes. I got to go get my son from school.
Okay, I don't want Gabe to be stuck outside the school.
Oh, and by the way, I want to say a big shout out to my nephew, AJ, who signed the contract. He went to Baltimore,
Right.
and Baltimore released him because he was injured. So then Baltimore put him on the practice squad, but because of his injuries, they released him. And by the grace of God, he didn't play for the Ravens this year, but he signed with the Carolina Panthers New Year's Eve.
Wow.
And he'll be with those guys starting off the season 2019.
Awesome.
And I want to say that because for you guys out there, whether you're a bodybuilder or anyone in the sports, AJ hasn't had an easy road. AJ's been injured and suffering injuries all the way through college, all the way through high school. He was a wide receiver. He played behind Stephon Diggs, who's a wide receiver for the Vikings. You guys know who Stephon Diggs is. But it was Stephon was a year ahead of AJ. AJ played behind him, very good friends. But Stephon was injury free. You know, Stephon Diggs is one of the leading wide receivers in the NFL right now. AJ had so many obstacles to where he didn't have those opportunities because he had to, you know, he was suffering with his injuries. But by the grace of God, and God always takes us through things, and I always tell people this: never quit, never believe, never quit, always believe in yourself, and never give up. Because now he signed with the Carolina Panthers, you know, and he's injury free. And going into 2019, you know, looking forward to a great season, man. You know, we all go through injuries and things, and times I went through them, Ron. I got second place in the Mr. Olympia, and I tore my tricep. I also tore my pec. Yeah, I tore my pec. I tore my triceps, everything. So just don't give up and don't quit, because you learn so much, and it makes you a greater athlete. That when you go out there, and whether you're running the ball, pushing that weight, or posing on stage, you really appreciate that moment that you're living at that in that time to be able to perform. And it brings out the best of you when you're faced with adversaries, especially when you can overcome them, you know. And I've overcome everything that I was faced with in the best possible way I can, because, you know, I got that injury, tore my pectoralis major minor, and snapped my tendon with 600 pounds. And no bodybuilder ever came back from that injury. And I came back, and I won all my pro shows after that, you know. So, guys, don't quit. Always believe in yourself. And
that's Andre Levrone, right?
yeah, don't quit. Always believe in yourself, because there's a greater lesson learned when you finish that race. And that's what it's all about, finishing, man. So let's take a few questions.
Okay.
And then I got to roll.
All right. So on those Grand Prix tours, did you ever get either sick or injured that you had to deal with that while you're in some crazy faraway country where you didn't know anybody?
No, never.
Oh,
never.
wow. Okay. So that's the answer to that. Did you ever have any, either this goes for you or any of the other guys, did you ever have any stalkers that would follow the tour from? No? Geez. No stalkers?
No, that didn't come across until social media days.
Oh, stalkers
now I have
around
stalkers.
forever. Now you
have stalkers now. Yeah.
Wow. When you say that,
I got stalkers now.
do they show up like at different places where you're going to be?
Yeah, of course.
Like around the world? You know, like they find out you're going to be in India, they go all the way to India to show up and.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been faced with a lot, man.
Okay.
You know,
because that's, I mean, are they? I know you appreciate all your fans and everything, but do some of them really? I don't know. Are they a little off where they think they have a different connection? You know, some fans can like think you're.
I had somebody tell me, you know what? I went to go visit your parents' grave.
Wow.
You know.
Okay.
And you know, so you get crazy stuff. Yeah. You know, when people start getting to that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's creepy, man, when they go there.
Yeah. So there's a reason why you gotta have full security. I don't walk out in public and act like I'm better than anyone, but I like to be amongst the people. But when I'm home in my house, like when I'm home, you can't get to where I'm at. You know, I have full security people around me. I have full cameras everywhere.
Good.
You can't even get where I'm at when I'm home, you know. So you don't really see me unless I go out in public, you know.
You hear that, stalkers? Don't even try it. So
they can't even get close to me when I'm home, you know.
All right, so here's a good question. Guy says, his name is Toxic Avenger. He says, Kevin, do you plan to change your workout style as you age? I'm 57. Yeah, I know you're going to say no. I'm 50,
yes.
This guy's 57. He says, I'm banged up from 40 years of martial arts on top of bodybuilding and other sports. So your answer could help me out if you plan to adjust your own aging process. I think he just means
I think adjustments come with what we could do. I mean, if you can't run and jump and do all that stuff anymore, then, you know, the gravity is going to adjust you. Age is going to adjust you. You know, you're going to adjust to what you can do. And if you can't do it, then you're going to have to adjust to not being able to do it. I haven't worked out in 5 months because of my injury. So I had to adjust and figure out, guess what? I can't do it anymore.
Well, let me ask you, Kevin, you love training, but you love heavy training. So if you couldn't train super heavy,
then I'm not going to train at all.
you wouldn't train at all. Okay.
No, and I
That's
haven't.
what I wanna know. Wow.
I haven't walked in a gym because I'm not going to pick up 100. No, I'm not going to do it, man.
I mean, you won't go on a machine or cable, just, I mean.
It's disrespectful. I can't do it.
Wow.
Can't do it. I can't do it.
But, I mean,
Isn't that crazy?
see, are you more about the strength than you are the physique then? Because, I mean.
Yeah, I'm more about the strength, man.
If you could keep all your size that you had, you were like 250, you were walking around at a lean 250. If you could keep all that, but you had to use machines, cables, couldn't go very heavy on free weights. It would be a struggle, but you would not choose to do that if you could?
I don't think I want to do it. I got to grab the free weights, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you're hardcore,
It's an
man.
addiction, man, yeah. It's an addiction. That's what built me, man.
Yeah. See,
That's all I know.
See, I would argue you're not a pure bodybuilder. You're you're more of a power builder because
Probably, yeah.
the strength actually really, really matters to you.
Yeah. If I can't go in the gym and climb underneath some steel and slam that weight and feel that weight coming down, I ain't gonna do it. I don't want to do it. I gotta have the chalk. I gotta have my Cardillo belt. I gotta be in the zone, man. If I can't get in that zone through the workout, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. We don't have much time, so I'm going to ask one more question from Michael Edwards. At the 1994 Arnold Classic, you posed to a Vangelis song called Conquest of Paradise, which was one of the best routines of all time. Why didn't you return to posing to that type of music rather than rock?
Because I've posed to Who's Got My Back Now. That's a rock song.
Right.
And I got second in the Mr. Olympia. I've posed to, opera music and got second to the Mr. Olympia. So, I just pose to whatever I feel in the moment at that place and time.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last question, just last question, I promise. Who do you see, this is 2019 now, who do you see really...
You serious? Come on, man.
I know, you got to go.
You always get who do you see really coming up and taking the title or giving Sean Roden a run for his money, right?
It doesn't have to be Olympia. Anybody out there right now that no one's talking about that you think might surprise people this year?
Come on, Ron. What kind of question is that?
I mean, you know some athletes. You get around. You've been around the world.
If somebody had asked me if I thought Ronnie Coleman would have been Mr. Olympia, I would have said no.
Yeah.
Really, Kevin? I don't know, Kevin. Why would you say that?
He didn't think he was going to be Mr. Olympia.
Right. Ronnie would have said, I don't know. I just love the sport. I went out there because I love the sport.
You do have the best luck. Have you ever done that in front of Ronnie? I think he would laugh uproariously if he heard that.
Oh, man, I love Big Dog, boy.
Of course. All right, well, you got to run off to get your son. I don't want him out in the cold waiting for you.
Yeah.
It is cold. So appreciate it, Kevin. Thanks for joining us. That was the first episode
Thank you, man.
of How I See It.
And how long? When was the last time we did that, Ron?
We did it when you were about to jump on a plane to India.
Baby. I want to give a big shout out to Steve Blackman. Thank you, Steve.
Oh.
Thanks for the platform, Muscular Development, man. I really appreciate it. All the fans that tune in. I really appreciate it. So we're going to get back on track. Ron, just so you know, I'm home here for the next 3 months, man. Okay. So we'll be on a steady basis, brother.
Oh, thank you.
And I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, everybody, for watching How I See It with Kevin Levrone. Talk to you later.
Shaboom.